Good afternoon, Sidney Football League members and team owners, and welcome to the Week 15 first round playoff edition of the 2023 SFL Breakdown. This week, I humbly offer a Week 14 breakdown paired with a Week 15 preview and my first round playoff predictions. Let's go! Our first 2023 Sidney Football League Week 14 breakdown to be broken down is Eddie and Mike's game. Superior Squads, LLC, 152. Diggsaw Puzzle, 115. Eddie rejected an offer. Davante Adams for Deebo Samuel. Al and I thought Eddie foolish to decline. We were wrong. Deebo Samuel lifted Superior Squads into the playoffs, scoring 5 touchdowns in 2 weeks. He scored 31 fantasy points to help beat Mike last week. Saquon Barkley added 22 points. Eddie's win narrowly sealed a playoff bid for his team in the most contested SFL season yet. Next up, Stand-Up Eckler, 163. Gipsy Danger, 131. The Vikings defense scored 23 points for Al in a 3-0 win over the Raiders. David Njoku scored 2 touchdowns and 25 points for Stand-Up Eckler too. Bryan surmounted a respectable week with an entire team effort. The Gipsy Danger team finished at a fair 5-9, despite leading the SFL in points scored against them with 1,994. That's 180 more points than were scored against my team, the least in the league. Stand-Up Eckler enters the playoffs in 3rd place with a 9-5 record. Next up, Torn McCaffrey, 125. Allen's Angels, 99. This game between Steve and I was closer than expected, with Allen's Angels favored to win going into the later games Sunday. Christian McCaffrey and Raheem Mostert were able to score above projections to give my team its 11th win and the regular season first place finish at 11-3. Although Allen's Angels had a down year, Steve proved his draft day knowledge again by picking young, productive players in late rounds. Jordan Addison, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Bryan Robinson Jr. all had great years. If Nick Chubb wasn't injured, Steve's seasons would have been different. Next up, Barden Bellas, 111. Old Hills Roy Kent, 97. The surprise of the week and eliminated Barden Bella's team playing spoiler for Old Hills Roy Kent by winning unexpectedly and bumping them from first place. Justin Herbert's injury loomed large for Old Hills Roy Kent as it impacted Keenan Allen's line too. Off days from Sam Laporta and Tyreek Hill was all it took for Barden Bellas to capitalize on the resurgence of Cooper Kupp and a strong finish from Bijan Robinson. With Aaron beginning the season unfamiliar and at a disadvantage, she finished with 4 wins in a wildly competitive year. She drafted T.J. Hawkinson in the 6th round and added Jared Goff early in the season off waivers. In her first year with a highly competitive division, Aaron earned 3 of her 4 wins against sus opponents. Lastly, High Speed Chase, 141. Show Me Your TDs, 152. Our last 2023 SFL Week 10 to be broken down was the closest one. Jeff staggered to end the season, losing 5 of his last 7 and 4 straight coming into Week 14. Lamar Jackson, DeAndre Hopkins, and his defense combined for 76 points for Show Me Your TD's 7th win and a 4-seeded playoff bid. After losing 6 of his first 7 games, High Speed Chase seemingly righted the ship via mid-season acquisitions. Joe added Kyron Williams, CJ Stroud, Trey McBride, Fred Warner, and Derwin James off waivers. If J.K. Dobbins and Jamar Chase weren't hurt, Joe might have been in the playoffs this week. All right, let's get right into the first round, Week 15 playoff preview. I'm only going to preview the 2 playoff games, none of the consolation ladders. Week 15, first round playoff preview. First up, Stand-Up Eckler versus Diggsaw Puzzle. Just some league history. Leading up to this season, Mike's average finishing position was 6th. He's finished in the top 3 4 times, earning 2 championships on 8 playoff appearances. Mike's current lifetime record is 87 and 85. His toughest opponent has been Eddie, only winning 3 of their 15 matchups. His easiest opponents over the last 12 years has been Alfred. In 26 regular season meetings, Mike's won 17 times. Alfred's historically finished in 6th place on average. His only top 3 finish of 8 past playoff appearances was 3rd place in 2011. His current lifetime winning percentage is 50%, 86 wins and 86 losses. Al's easiest opponent has been me. He's won 16 out of our 26 games to date. I predict Stand-Up Eckler to win by less than 5 points, and the win will depend on the Monday night play of Jalen Hurts. 143-140 Stand-Up Eckler. Next up, Superior Squads LLC, Show Me Your TDs, 144. Some league history. Leading up to this season, Jeff's average finishing position was 7th. He's never finished in the top 3. Jeff's current lifetime record is 84 and 88. His toughest opponent has been Eddie, only winning 2 of the 13 matchups. His easiest opponent has been Bryan. In 13 regular season meetings, Jeff's won 9 times. Eddie's historically finished in 4th place on average. He's finished in the top 3 7 times, earning 2 championships and 10 playoffs appearances. He's currently lifetime winning percentage is 79%, 96 wins and 76 losses. Eddie's easiest opponent has been Mike. He's won 12 out of their 15 games to date. His hardest opponent has been Justin, who's beaten him 15 times in 16 meetings. I predict that Eddie will win this game very closely, 146-144. It'll come down to those Monday and Sunday night games. That's it. That's all, Sidney Football League members and team owners. Enjoy tonight, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday's games, the SFL playoffs, and the holidays. And as always,